Thank you so much, Reena. Gupta.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Reena, you are the founder and CEO of Mom Relaunch.
Yes.
At what age you help them to mom relaunch? What age? 50 plus, 30 plus, or what's the status?
I just turned 50. So
no, I didn't say about you. I'm talking about the other people you're helping them to relaunch,
Oh, okay. So they could be anywhere between 25 to 45, 50. So
Okay.
a sweet age range is 25 to 45, but we have worked with women and more than that too.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is like what do you do with them? Just give me like a two-liner,
So we give them a process of how they can become ready for the workforce. We have a 4-step process. We work with our training partners to give them the job skills. And the most important thing that we do is we help them leap that career gap that has caused because of the career break by giving them experience and giving them the confidence and the work skills. So we call it as a launch pad. And once they're ready, we put them back into the workforce by working with our clients and they can find jobs themselves. But our goal is to how we can help them leap that gap and be ready and relevant.
I salute you for that. Otherwise, they will be frustrated for the rest of their life, and that helps and destroy many, many families on that process.
Exactly. Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very fulfilling job, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. How many victims you have by now?
Well, I would say we have more than 65 who have been relaunched already.
Yeah.
And over close to similar number who are already actively working in our program. So we're a small team. It's run by the moms, for the moms. It's more like a passion project for me, but it's a very interesting model that we have created where moms are getting relaunched, they're coming back and helping, and we have allies all in the workforce as well. So.
So is that, so you have right now more than active 10 clients. You can handle as many as you can get, basically. And you say, when someone asks you, my associate producer say, how young are you? Say, you didn't answer. You say, you feel 22. That's good. I like that. I'm looking at my notes right now. So, how much you charge them?
So it's a monthly fee for the clients, for the moms to come and small monthly fee. And then if they get placed, then they give us 10% of their annual fee if the clients are not paying. So sometimes clients pay for it, so there's no cost to them. So just a small monthly fee for them to.
You really, if I understand, you become almost like an unofficially staffing and recruitment company. And you get almost like, because you are creating, you're not finding a headhunter. You're creating that head, basically, launching them into this space. And then.
So I stay away from the term staffing and recruiting. I use the term nurturing. We are nurturing that talent before we put them into the market. And that's very different than staffing and recruiting. I've run staffing and recruiting companies. So
yeah. So if I'm not understood, if I'm not wrong in my guess, you are from India originally, is that right? Because from name and okay. So mostly people coming from that background is IT and like a very master degrees and engineering and IT. That's like a typical field I end up in. I have so many Indian friends. In fact, my first boss when I was working with Oracle was from India. And he's still my friend, just that. So it's not like when we lost the so very good. How much the moms pay you to when in the relaunch process, like a fee?
So as I said, like there are two steps. They pay us $39 if they are per month. If they are in the training step, they pay us $79 a month if they are in the launchpad phase for getting the experience. And if they get placed either by themselves or through us, then they pay us 10% of the annual fee. It's a one-time fee. And if the clients are ready to pay, then there's no cost to them. Sometimes clients say, I'll pay 5%, moms pay 5%. It's just like we're just trying to.
I love you, Reena. I love your work. It's very close to my heart because I know so many moms you can help, because that's good. So we need to work together on something. Okay.
Absolutely.
And all your moms, like you're helping, they're all from the US or they're all over the world, India and
There's some in India, there's some in outside US and India too, some in Canada. We started this small in the Bay Area. We have done zero marketing, but we are getting some clients and moms.
I can, okay, here's my promise to you. I'm going to get you a lot more clients you can handle. I just want to tell you that part. Let's work together on this one. Why? Because you're really changing someone's life, not one person, for a whole family on a positive direction. And that's a big at around 40 to 50 level. I'm just sharing with you that because that's a breaking point in many families.
Yeah. It's not only from the one family, Siddique, if you think about it, it's bringing the whole society up together. It's bringing, adding a change in the economy because, so I call it as we are bringing a economic and social impact by educating and nurturing women. So you educate women, the whole family get educated.
100%, 100%. We will work together on this one. Okay, I will support you. I will get, in fact, I will give you the scholarships too, so that way you don't have to worry about the money part. God. Why? Because
for the scholarship, I would love to do this because we are reaching to women who are going through domestic violence and abuse. And we have also starting something for women who have lost earning member of the family due to COVID. So there are two initiatives.
I am here to help. I don't care whether they're from India, Pakistan, wherever. Human being. We are talking about a human being, humanity level, not about the color, religions, language. Forget all this. Everyone is welcomed. Okay. Because that's why we are here for. We want to create an impact. So, have you seen my questions?
I have seen some of the questions. Obviously, just went through that glance some, but love to see if you have any suggestions or anything.
Here is my question. Do you have any questions on my question?
No, actually, it's fun. I mean, it's really nice way to put it together. And as you said, I love to work with you outside this interview.
Okay. Right now, on my mind is only one thing. I need to deliver this, what I promised to you. You will be my guest. I'm the host. We already figured out everything else already. So that's the easy part. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go live. If you don't have any questions, I have your website, momrelaunch.com. I'm going to share it at the appropriate time. Okay. Thank you. Let's have some fun and it should be good. Okay. And during the interview, I will put you on a full screen. I will be talking when I'm asking question. Only answer the question which I ask. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Reena Gupta. Reena is the founder and CEO of Mom Relaunch. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Reena Gupta.
Thanks a lot. Happy to be here.
Reena, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks. Happy to be here.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who are you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Well, I'll start with the fact that I'm a mom of 2 teenagers. I call myself as a small town girl from India who has turned into a social technopreneur. I have been running my companies in IT industry for over 2 decades. Currently, I'm on the mission to make every woman financially independent through my program at Mom Relaunch. I'm also an author of an upcoming book called Career Interrupted, and I do speaking and workshop sessions.
Who inspired you?
Interestingly, my mom inspired me because I just wanted to be a career woman. She's a loving mom, but I just didn't want to not do anything with my life. So I just took her as an inspiration of what not to do, and I just stayed and did what I'm doing now.
What are the top 3 reasons why do people fail?
Well, people don't fail. They just not are aware of how to use that as a learning and continue to be on the same path for their success. So for a long time, I changed the term failure. I took the term failure out of my dictionary and changed it to learning. And that's the reason I continued to work no matter how many ups and downs came to my life. So I would say if they go back and change from the perspective of thinking of it as not a failure, they learned and move on. That would be the number one reason they can move on. And that's the reason they don't move on. So taking that inspiration from what they have learned is very important. Second, I would say they don't ask for help. If you think about it, there are a lot of people who are ready to help. They just don't ask for help or offer their help so that they can grow themselves. Sometimes they don't think of themselves as I call it as their own product and a brand and how they can position themselves. So that's one of few reasons. I'm a very structured and organized person is what I call myself. So not having proper planning is also one of the reasons.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Wow. So as I said, like I don't call any of my experiences and things as a failure. I call it as a learning. So once I learn from it, I just move on there. So there's no need for recovery as well. But I would say there are multiple ups and downs. I would say more downs than ups sometimes I feel, but again, I just accept the situation. Number one thing that I do is I just accept it. And then instead of reacting to a situation, I think, take a deep breath and respond to it. When you change that perspective, things will become better. So changing that failure into a learning process is the greatest learning that I have gotten out of it.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from?
Well, one of my favorite one, I call it as focus management. I believe in putting your focus 100% in no matter whatever you're doing. So if you're playing the role of a mom, just be a mom. If you're playing the role of an executive, be an executive, whatever day of the time is. So focus management is one of the things. Another of my favorite is I outsource everything that I don't need to put my own time in. So if I'm not doing something that I have to do, I try not to do. And the third thing that I would go back and say that now because of COVID, people are working remotely, but I always ran my companies remotely since 2002 when people didn't even understand how to work like that. So working remote has been one of my secrets. It may or may not work for everyone, but those are some of my secrets here.
What motivates you within?
Well, another switch of the term, I'd call it what inspires rather than motivate. I find motivation to be an external factor. So what inspires me from within is my own desire to make some positive impact. I know what makes me happy. I have done a lot of inward journeys, what I call it, and I know exactly what makes me happy, what's a smile on my face, and that is what I'm chasing. So anything that I do works towards that, bringing that smile and leading a fulfilling life.
What is that?
So as you can see from my mission, is like right now I'm working on bringing the positive change in the impact of women in Mom Relaunch. That's one of my mission. I also teach entrepreneurship to high school students and young entrepreneurs is what I call it. And so those are the two of my specific areas that helps me keep going. And I work a lot towards those things.
What is your company's motto?
Well, if by motto you mean what's my company's vision is to make every woman financially independent.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal clients are the ones, actually there are two types of clients I have. I have clients which are moms who are coming as part of our program, who are looking to have a work-life harmony, who are looking to get back into the workforce. Unfortunately, it's not very difficult to get because there are lots of them. On the company side, which I call as my other clients, I'm looking for the companies who look beyond the resumes when they are making the hiring decision. They should be looking at something, what a person brings to the table as a whole. Sometimes we just look and ignore clients and our candidates who have several years of break and they may be losing someone right there. So looking beyond the resume, who are looking into the talent that comes with the soft skills, sometimes that only parenting can teach. So those are my ideal corporate company clients.
How do you find your ideal client?
Well, honestly, so far it has just been word of mouth. I've not done any marketing. We just wanted to keep it small for a reason that we wanted to make sure that there's a model that works, and didn't want to go very big, very crazy. So we just kept word of mouth. So our current clients, our moms, they're just referring and bringing people. So that's how it has been happening.
How do you engage your ideal client?
So my ideal client, again, on the company side, they can work with the candidates or moms and that we are nurturing. They can work on a project basis. They can work and hire them full-time, part-time. On mom's side, they just come and work with, be part of our program and go through the 4-step process that we have in our program.
What are your well-defined products or services?
Well, in terms of our products, interestingly, you asked this question because our product that we have are ready and relevant and talented women who are ready to give their 100%. This is our so-called product. On the services side, we also teach companies how to understand and work with these workforce. Also, how to bring work-life harmony. One of my upcoming book called Career Interrupted. I have started to do workshop for both companies as well as for the moms, and in general, people who are going through some career interruption, whether they are getting laid off. And also I do those workshops as services as well.
Why someone should buy from you?
Very interesting, because they get the product that they are looking for. And I'm not kidding here, because companies, when they look for people to hire, they do have to spend time in training, but we have already done that job for them. So if they are looking for hiring a specific, we work in specific technologies, by the way, I didn't mention that, but we have specific technology. So we train the products, the so-called moms, so well that they are productive very soon. So that's one of the reasons they should buy from us.
How do you crush your competition?
Crushing the competition has a very different meaning in Mom Relaunch. In fact, I don't want to crush my competition. I want everyone to create a model for Mom Relaunch. I like to grow it with the franchise model. So if anyone in any other country, they want to create a model for Mom Relaunch and want to run it, we will welcome them. So it's a competition or a cooperation that you will call it. And the more, the merrier. I really don't want to say that Mom Relaunch is the only one who's doing this. I want more and more Mom Relaunch all over the globe.
How about the other B2B one?
So even B2B, it is a mission, whether I am actually doing it one person or we are doing with the moms somewhere else. If companies are hiring through other so-called franchise of Mom Relaunch, it's all good. So I'm coming with this as a very, I ran my other companies where I can call competition a competition, but here, no matter how a woman get relaunched or how somebody's achieving their work-life harmony, all these things are good for me. I don't call it as competition at all. In fact, I help them, believe it or not. So if we go back and say, we can find somebody like that, somebody else is doing similar thing, you can maybe able to get someone else in that specific skill that you're looking from another company.
How do you deliver a 5-star client experience?
Well, our products speak for themselves. So my only answer would be is every woman that we have relaunched, none of them have been let go of. So that it helps answer that 5-star client experience our product basically speaks for themselves. And we don't have to do anything else. So,
how do you use your sales proposals to close more deals?
We don't have a very elaborate sales process. We just go back and present what we do, and some of the companies, they come to us and say, how can they help? So I don't have a typical sales process or proposal. In fact, we don't even have a sales team as such. So once they go and sell themselves, they go back and find jobs themselves as well. So it's not a typical sales process going on here. We're looking for allies and companies to step up and put their money where their mouth is. The companies nowadays are just, actually, I would say a little bit better, but they are doing lip service. All we want them to do the actual work. So
how do you convert your clients into your brand ambassadors?
I don't do anything. Our products, when they prove themselves, the companies and clients, they refer as clients, their friends, and they become allies. They become allies very quickly.
How do you handle an angry client?
Angry client, fortunately, in Relaunch, I never had an angry client. But for other companies, I just listen to them, empathize with them. If they need a solution, I ask them to propose what they want us to do, and then just do it.
Looks like you have not made your husband angry yet. So,
well, well, he's not my client. Let's put it
okay. We are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and a quick answer. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
What are you grateful for today?
Well, I am grateful to be in the position to do what I'm doing. I feel very, very fortunate. So I'm grateful that I'm here today.
How do you start your day?
I do a process which we call as Sudarshan Kriya that I learned from Art of Living, my mentor and my guru. I start with Sudarshan Kriya, do some light yoga, and then get back to work.
How young are you?
Well, I feel 22, but I just turned 50, so
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Reena, you are not 50. You are 18 years old with a 32 years experience.
Absolutely, that's the right way to think about it.
Yeah. What you want to do when you grow up?
Well, I like to continue to inspire people to live their life to their full potential. I would love to continue to do that.
What is your plan to achieve your goal?
I'm already on that plan. I'm already writing a book. I'm doing the workshop to help people achieve their full potential and achieve that work-life harmony.
How will you feel in case you don't achieve your goal?
Well, I'm already achieving it, but I believe in trying. And I think giving your 100% and making sure that there's a plan and a strategy for it. So suppose it doesn't work from tomorrow onwards, I still feel that I have done my best and I tried. So I'm perfectly happy.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
The first thing is to accept the situation. That's one thing that I've learned has changed my mindset. The more you try to fight against the situation, the worse it gets. So accept it, take a deep breath, and then plan a course of action. And it has worked almost every time.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
Just don't let anybody get into your head, into your mind. Your mind is your own. Keep it clutter-free and don't think about what has happened. Just always look into what's going to be happening next.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Well, fortunately, I would say my significant other has always been very supportive of whatever I do because we kind of trust each other that we'll take the right decision. So there's nothing called convincing. It's just showing him how to make it work. That's so the convincing part doesn't happen in our home. We just discuss and say, oh, this is how it is going to work.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
I have multiple mentors. If it is talking about my spiritual mentor, I'm part of Art of Living. Sri Ravi Shankar has been one of my mentors. In my professional life, I have multiple mentors in each area. I don't have just one mentor, but if I'm looking for a mentor in my business side, I have a different mentor. If I'm looking for somebody who's like how to raise a child, I have a different mentor. And their impact has been very significant because I try to listen to the time that they're giving to me. One of my mentor, I still remember, if you have, it might go a little over the time, but when I came to this country and I was in a room full of people who didn't look like me, and especially men, I went to this person and he said, look at you, you look different. So work on making your difference as your strength. Don't be discouraged by that. And that is one advice has always lived with me. And I got my confidence back, which I felt I was losing. So he's one of my mentors, he's a living mentor. And it has worked like a charm every time.
Just curious, are you part of any mastermind?
Not yet. I'm part of a few groups, but I'm part of a few organizations, but not specifically called masterminds.
Okay. Why being impactful is important to you?
I would say impactful is a little strong word. I just want to have a positive impact, try to bring smile on others' face. And the work that I'm doing with Mom Relaunch is giving me an opportunity to see that difference.
What do you want to be remembered for?
A good friend, someone who is trustworthy, who is also resourceful. So I'm pretty well connected in my community. I try to help as much as I can. So being helpful, and if you have the resources to share, I think that's what I would like to be remembered as.
How can we support you?
Well, your support can be in multiple areas. Just sharing our vision, bringing companies as our allies who can work with our candidates, who can support us by giving us grants or giving us the opportunities to work with them would be a big help. Spreading the word to women that they're not alone is one of the message that I would like to see if you can help.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have you a few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
It's very enlightening and fun. And the fact that you mentioned that you may be able to help is very encouraging.
What would you say as a final word?
My final word is, in terms of advice that you get, you always think about go and network with others and this and that. My advice would be is first network with yourself. Know who you are, what makes you truly happy, and then create a plan, create a process of how you're going to achieve that. And if you don't know how to do that, you can come and join my workshop. I'll teach you all that. But it's very, very important to know yourself before you can understand what you're here for.
Thank you so much, Reena, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Reena. Let me say this. You are not as good as you think. You are better.
Oh, thank you for your kind words. Should I call you Mohammed or Siddique?
Call me anything. My friends call me Siddique. It's whatever you like.
Siddique,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it is very nice.
So
nice what you do.
Yeah, can we speak around 3:30 East Coast today?
Sure.
Okay, let me check. Let me put on a calendar. We can discuss that, how kind of, from that onward. Okay. The phone number I have is the 54 ends with the 5462. Is that yourself?
Yeah, that's my cell phone
Okay,
number.
just to make sure. Mm. 3:30. Okay, I have sent you. It should be in your email already. And
Okay.
with the calendar link, we will meet on Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have it yet, but I'll.
You should be having it any moment. Yeah, it showed up on my side. It's good now.
Okay.
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 Thank
So
you.
12, so that is 3:30 EST.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, EST. It will be 12:30 for you. Yeah.
Okay.
That may be a
Okay.
nice.
Thanks a lot
That
for
may be a.
giving the time.
That may be a nice lunch break. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Speak
Okay.
soon.
Thank
Speak soon.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
हाँ जी दाया हाँ जी आ रही है क्या सीखा है ऐसे
सीखा है कि जो है ना कि आप जब भी फेल हुए तो उन्हें आपको फेल महसूस नहीं करना है, वो आपको लर्निंग महसूस करना है। आपने कुछ लर्न किया है उस प्रोसेस से, तो ये सीखा है। और दूसरा ये कि ये एक मॉम्स को जो है ना सपोर्ट करने वाली मॉम रिलॉन्च एक वेबसाइट है, उससे अपने मॉम्स को जो है एम्पावर करती है और
ठीक है वेरी गुड थैंक यू